Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Our life becomes complicated because we start thinking. Stop thinking and you are happy. Those who laugh, they don't think, and those who think, they cannot laugh. And our life becomes complicated because we are unable to accept the world as it is. We have preformed notions about ourselves, about the world, about the life, and start expecting that the thing should happen in this particular manner, in this particular format, and it can never happen. The net result is we become frustrated, and if we are frustrated, we don't like somebody who is happy. Then we make him also frustrated. Like, many people come to meet us. Today one group came. I was already dead because of my health and I was lying down. I said, now I sleep for an hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a dozen of them dropped in. Swami, how are you? I said, I'm fine. But you don't look fine. Then I am not fine. What is wrong with you? I said, you all have come. No, but you say that, be happy. How can somebody be happy? I said, then be miserable. It is not a rule, It is not a dictum that be happy. No, it is an option. See? But can you tell us how can we be happy when we have to live in this world? How can we be happy? I said, by being happy. No, you tell us how to be happy. See? Then I said, you are all parents, mothers. You must be having kids when you were young, newly married, yes. Has any of your child asked you this question? Mummy, when you were a baby, how did you start walking? Can you please tell me? Nobody has asked. Then how the child started learning? On his own. First of all, the child started swimming on the floor and then pushing himself and then holding something. So he develops his own techniques. He will be holding that curtain and then stand. Oh, this is one more technique of meditation. He stands. Now he becomes expert in the technique of meditation. So he goes near the dining table. There is a nice tablecloth. All the crockery is there. But he is committed to his cause of meditation. So he holds on to the tablecloth and gets up and pulls the tablecloth down. He stands up and all the contents of the table are on the floor. The whole crockery is broken. But he is happy. I could do it. He doesn't ask questions how to do this. If you want to make your life simple, try the following techniques. Number 1, delete 2 words from your vocabulary. Never use them in your whole life. 2 words. Life will become very simple. Which are those 2 words? Why and how. Immediately you will ask question, but why? And then how? Our whole life is, we are whiling away our life by howling at the life. See friends, yesterday we have seen life is nothing but interaction with the world around us. And when we interact, what are the possible outcomes? Either we will win or we are defeated. One possibility. When we win, we gain. When we are defeated, we lose. When we gain, we are happy. When we lose, we are miserable. Now, this is bound to happen in life. See, friends. So, what is the best option? This is the foundation of leading a simple life. See, Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter. Bhagavan Krishna brings out this as the very foundation of a life which is extremely simple. In the 38th verse, he says, Sukha-dukhe same krutva labha-labho jaya-jayo tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papam avapsasi. When we are interacting in this life with anybody or anything, see the chain of cause and effect. When we are interacting, either we will win or we are defeated. First step. Second step, if we win, we gain. If we are defeated, we lose. Third step, if we gain, we are happy. If we lose, we are miserable. Fourth step, now the choice is ours. Same krutva. If we are able to accept both the things with equal magnanimity, you can never be miserable in life. See? But our imagination is, life should give only happiness. Life should give only health. You know, our approach to life is like what? You know, the cloth is made up of threads which go crisscross. This is how the cloth is made. No, but I want a cloth wherein the threads are going only in one direction, no crisscross. Then make a rope and hang yourself. See, if it has to be a cloth, it has to have crisscrossing of the threads, is it not? Life cannot have one-sidedness. And see how this is, and to what extent it is important. When I call somebody that, hey, you are very beautiful, I have already created somebody ugly. When I call somebody, you are very rich, I have created somebody who is poor. When I call somebody, you are tall, I have already created somebody short. When I call somebody, you are intelligent, I have already created you are somebody dumb. Our very language creates these complementary pairs of opposites. This is called technically as dvandva. The very texture of this world is made up of these complements. Many times people translate the word dvandva as pairs of opposites. I do not accept that kind of translation. They are not opposed to each other. They are complementary to each other. If there is no disease, health will have zero value. If there is no poverty, riches have no meaning. If there are no fools, wise have no place. See, friends, they are all complementary to each other. If there is no death, life has no meaning. Once this is accepted as the principle, then we are now preparing ourselves, not for changing the world, but changing ourselves. See, those of you who have studied Gita, they know. Those who did not study, I will tell them. Bhagavan Sri Krishna spoke to Arjun in Bhagavad Gita for 17 chapters. Not one, not two, not three. As a result of this, the situation of the war did not change. War took place. Then who changed? It is Arjuna who changed. See, if you are fond of good movies, I will suggest you one movie. You might have seen also. Do see that. It's an English movie. And it is the movie is The Legend of Bhagavans. This movie is completely Bhagavad Gita. It is the story of one person, hero. His name is Arjuna. Arjun. And a friend comes in his life from nowhere, Will Smith. And his name is Bhagavan. And this Arjuna is caught up where 18 holes of a golf course, 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. And how he's totally frustrated. Like Bhagavad Gita also, ultimately Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjun, whatever has to be told, I told you. Now you decide. Exactly there also. He takes him to the last point. He said, bye-bye, now you decide, I go. So when the whole Bhagavad Gita was told, situation of battle did not change. It is Arjuna who changed. You know, our complaint is like what? Our complaint is we are driving a car because we have got a driving license. Very good. And suddenly in front of you in India, you get, in Indian democracy is extended beyond human beings. Animals can comfortably walk. The buffaloes in India, they are called as RTO. RTOs have got a right to stop any vehicle anywhere. Same the buffaloes do. They straight away cross. And then you become angry. Oh God, why this is like that? One person was driving me and he became very wild. I said, cool first off. You tell me, who has the driving license, you or the buffalo? If you have a good driving license, you should be able to negotiate through the problems of life. Normally what happens? We expect, I am good, why the people are bad? See, this happened in Bombay. We had some satsang and one lady was introduced to me, Swamiji. She is Mrs. So-and-so and she is the daughter of one of the governors of one state in India. So naturally she is very respectable, important governor's daughter. I mean, doesn't it ordinary person? So I said, yes, Mama, what can I talk to you? Swamiji, I have got a question. I said, yes. In this world, bad people are enjoying life. They have got everything. And good people suffer in this world. Why this happens? I said, Mama, for the time being, leave the world aside. Tell me, how are you? Are you enjoying? Yes, Swamiji, I am enjoying very well. I said, do you get the reply? Good people never complain. They accept the world as it comes. That is what yesterday we told you, the equanimity of our mind under all conditions. That is the primary criteria when we interact with the world. So be prepared. See? And when we are prepared, we are in the utter present. See, when you drive your car from your home to your work, every day the same route. Yet every day the driving is unique. It is not the same driving. See? In the same manner, when we are living, we have to accept that yes, sometimes we will win, sometimes we are defeated. Sometimes we gain, sometimes we lose. Sometimes it's joy, sometimes it is misery. This is how the world is. See? But once we are in a complaint mode, then there is no end to that complaint. You know, our lifestyle is like what? Our lifestyle is, in the winter we complain, oh God, it is too cold. God listens to us. And then He sends the summer. So, you don't want winter, never mind, take the summer. Then we complain, oh God, it is too hot. God said, never mind, I'll send you the rainy season. Rains come. Oh God, it is too much raining. Thereafter, God stopped listening to us. Because anything you give to this human being, they have nothing but complaints. See, if you are living in Bombay and if you complain about traffic jam, it is your fault. See, Bombay will be renamed as, not Mumbai. Mumbai will be renamed as Jamnagar. All the time the traffic is jammed. You just can't move. But this is how it is. Therefore, if we want to make our life very simple, stop complaining, accept the things as they are, net result will be equanimity of our mind will be maintained. Friends, equanimity of the mind is the highest achievement any human being can attain. There is nothing more than this. See, there is one story I'll tell you about this point. There was one lady, Uttara, and her child was killed in the womb itself by Ashwathama, and a stillborn baby was delivered. And that time she runs to the Lord and says, oh Lord, please survive this child, otherwise our clan will be wiped out. That time Bhagavan Sri Krishna casually tells, if I have got no biasness for or against anybody in this world, on the strength of this equanimity, the child will be alive. And the child becomes alive. Now don't go into the chemistry of it. What we have to understand, can we say, keeping our hand on our heart, that I have equanimity towards everything in this world, towards everyone in this world? Those who have this equanimity naturally can proclaim, O Lord, they know not what they are doing, forgive them. It is not a prepared dialogue, friends. See, therefore, the real simple life is, let us maintain this level of equanimity under all conditions. See, so when we are interacting in the world, equanimity is the first thing. When we have taken some project in our hand, yes, siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Yoga is equanimity towards the results. See? So when we are functioning in the field of activity, karma doesn't mean getting involved in too many activities. Karma means when you are doing whatever you are supposed to do, in that you are magnanimous to accept the victory and defeat equally, cheerfully. See, friends, then only we are really practicing karma yoga. And I'll tell you one more step. Try this. Normally, whatever we do, what for we do anything in our life? We get married for what? For getting happiness. Whether we get or not is a different subject altogether. So we get married for getting happiness. Then we get divorced for getting happiness. See? Then we eat a lot for getting happiness. Or we observe fast for getting happiness. We run in the morning for getting happiness. Others keep on sleeping like a pig in the bed. That is also for happiness. One person is non-stop talking, a chatterbox for happiness. Other one observes mount for happiness. In short, all the expressions of our life are only directed towards getting happiness in life. It is here we have to change if we want to make our life simple. This is the simplest technique I am telling you, try. Whatever we do in life or we don't do, let it not be for getting happiness, but let it be a platform to express happiness. Don't do the things to get happiness. Let every action express happiness. So when you are walking, walk happily. Not like a buffalo, patak, pat, pat, patak, pat, pat, pat. Are yaar kahan hai, are bata rahe. Give one. See? Similarly, when we talk happily. See? When you talk happily, you cannot bark. You must have seen. There are some people, they don't talk, they bark. See? Why you are come? What do you want? Why are you standing? Wow, wow, wow. Hare Ram. So you walk happily, you talk happily, and you think happily. See, when you are thinking happily, you can never think negative and destructive. See, friends, Karma Yoga, therefore, means it is one simple technique to simplify our life. Let everything come out of us only as an expression of joy and happiness. See, the other day in some flight, one person came and there was one seat next to me free. He said, can I sit in this seat? I said, how do I know whether you can sit or not? No, because it is free. I said, still also I cannot tell you whether you can sit or not. Why you can't tell? I said, because your question is wrong. Whether you can sit or you cannot sit, how do I know? You should ask me a question. May I sit? Then I can say yes or no. See? We talk English, but we don't know what we are talking. So he said, oh God, you catch words like this. I said, no, I have caught hold of you. Sit down. And then he told me something very good. He told me, Swamiji, have you observed the ants crossing? I said, yes. You know, when the ants cross, they meet each other, they shake legs and say, hey, how are you? Have a good day, and go ahead. They are not known to each other. They don't know whether they are going to meet again or not. But we human beings, when we cross, see, the ants are better than us. How true it is. See, once this becomes the foundation of life expression, your life will be very simple. You know, problem with us is what? When we are before the children, we become grown-ups. And who is a grown-up person? Who has to give advice to the children up to their death. If the child is standing, why are you standing? Sit down. If the child is sitting, why do you sit down? Stand up. If the child is eating his nail, why do you eat your nail? Eat mine. Hare Ram. Because the moment we are standing before the children, we have to become grown-ups. See? On the contrary, when you are childlike with the children and Coca-Cola brand with the youngsters and frustrated with the oldie, you are none of them, and yet you are with every one of them. See, friends, our personality is like the ice cubes. See? In one place, somebody is to bring food for me. and her son also came. And he was constantly crying. See, while taking food, if there is a music, you can enjoy. But this fellow crying, I can't do anything because his mother was giving me food. So I said, how to plug his mouth? Then I asked him, I said, hey, I want to put all these ice cubes in this glass. How can I put them? He looked at me. I said, okay, if you don't tell, I'll try. Okay? I'll do one thing. I'll take the ice cubes, break the glass and put in that. Is it not? Even in that crying, he laughed. This is not the way. I said, you tell me what is the way. Then he said, you don't do anything. I said, then simply keep it there and forget. I said, then you forget crying and tell me what will happen. See how beautifully he said. He said, the ice cubes have individuality. Therefore, I am like that, you are like that. In between there are lots of gaps. And when you leave those ice cubes as they are, in due time, they melt. And the same quantity of water is comfortable in the glass. Earlier, there was strong personalities. We are like the icebergs. Iceberg is 1/3 above the level, 2/3 below. Life is maintained in the sea waters, not on or in the icebergs. Life is simple, then we are living. Life is complicated because we are icebergs. Friends, life is not difficult at all. We have made our life extremely difficult. And for that, nobody is responsible. Therefore, to make our life from the complication to simplification, this first principle today we learned. Karma Yoga doesn't mean anything great, but let happiness alone come out of you under all conditions. Now one caution. Happiness coming out doesn't mean all the time, hey, what happened? Hey, nothing. That is not happiness, that is being dumb. See, happiness also doesn't mean like this, You go to somebody's house, and somebody is, dead, and you are talking to the live person, and you are happy. So you say, hey, come on, don't, cry, be happy. That is not the way. We must be able to adapt ourselves under every situation, and yet we should not take any firm shape of that situation, like the waters. Whether it is a petri dish, or it's a test tube, or if it is a capillary tube, water is comfortable everywhere. But ice cubes cannot be. So what is a simple life? Simple life is that life where we are at home with everyone, in every place, all the time. The net result is our mind is at peace. Because we have never understood it, we have always lived with a prejudice towards the world. And this conditioned thinking has changed our approach to look at the world. One example will make it clear. I was somewhere and one of my friends, he had a very big cloth shop. So he said, Swamiji, please sit on the cashier's chair. If you sit there, we may get good luck today. I said, but you have to open the cash box and I can distribute to the people. He said, you always make fun, Swamiji. I said, this is serious, it's not fun. I sat there. Morning time, 9 o'clock or 9:15. The shutter has gone, puja and everything is done. Then one person was coming, a typical, Indian patriotic person with a Kdham, pajama and a shirt and with a Shabnam bag. He was coming. My friend told me, see, Swamiji, that person, he is coming to collect donations. I hate these people. Early morning donation. I don't know what to do with these people. So I keep quiet, what can I say? By the time he finished, that person came inside. He said, excuse me, is this the shop of Mr. Junjunwala? Yes. My friend told. This is a phone number which I have got. My friend told, you ring on this phone number and confirm, then there is something to be given to you. All code language. So from his shop, he said, I got a mobile, but he told particularly, from his shop he should ring me. So from his shop he rang. Oh, this is the phone number of my friend? Yes, the same number. He rang. And then he said, now let me talk. He said, is this the man to whom I am supposed to deliver a draft of 50 lakhs of rupees? Yes, my dear, please give it to him. He said, you please talk to him and tell that you have received the draft of 50 lakhs rupees. Yes, he has given me, thank you very much. He gave the draft and walked in. No, please don't go, please sit down, have a cup of tea, have a cup of coffee. He said, no, I am in a hurry, he went. Now it was my turn. People come only for asking donations. Friends, we have put on yellow glasses and declare the world is suffering from jaundice. Who can help us? Life is not complicated. It is in the same world all the great masters have lived. It is not. During their time, the day used to be 40 hours a day. It's not that during their time, there was a different time scale. In a month, there used to be 100 days. No. And yet, how much output they have brought out. And happily, and cheerfully. And never claimed, I have done this thing, I have done this thing. This life becomes extremely simple if we claim nothing in this world. See, our whole life's complications are only because we are struggling to prove something to somebody. Alas, we don't know what we want to prove and to whom. See, in somebody's place I went for a function. And under Indian conditions, I went in this rickshaw, man-pulled rickshaw, all alone in a small town. So the mother of that house was telling her son, who was in 12th standard, see, we have got a big function, now we will require a lot of yogurt, so take these 2 buckets, wash them properly, plastic buckets, go to the market and get 40 kilos of yogurt so we can prepare something. And the youngster, 12th standard boy, he said, Mom, do you understand anything? So mom said, no, what is there to understand? Take the buckets and go. And he refused to go. And when I entered at very moment, I said, Mama, don't worry, the rickshaw is there, I'll go and get it. I went and got that yogurt. Now this poor fellow, everybody bouncing on him. Swamiji has come to our house. He has to go for shopping. And you are like that. I said, Mama, try to understand him. He is telling the truth. Because when he will go with the buckets in the hand to buy the yogurt from the market, like when Bhagavan Krishna used to go, the whole world used to stop. In the same manner, when he will go, there will be a curfew in the whole town. People are waiting and looking at him. Oh, Bucket Ananda is going. Then he said, Swamiji, you are pulling me. I said, no, I am not pulling you, I am pushing you. Try to understand who is interested in you. But we have this notion. What people will say. They have already said so many things. See, friends, be yourself. Never try to prove anything to anybody in this world. See? And with this attitude, when you start living, you are without any tension on your head. then the philosophy of our life changes. What is our philosophy today? Our philosophy is a right-oriented philosophy. All of us throughout the world, we talk about our rights. Everyone. See? Recently you must have read also in the newspaper, a case in Norway. 2 or 4 children, they were taken away from the Indian parents by the Norwegian government because you are taking away the freedom of the children. In India, the children sleep with the parents. There is nothing like, privacy between the parent and a small child. And out of love, the parents feed the child. So instead of looking at that love aspect, you are forcing the child to eat and you are not having his personal privacy, therefore they are taken away by the government and put in a useless home. That is allowed. See, that is not life, friends. Bringing up children is not bringing up pets. But when these basic things are not understood, everybody talks about their right. It is the right of the child not to listen to parents. See? Therefore, unless this right-oriented lifestyle is discarded, we can never make our life simple. See? Then what should be the lifestyle? It should be duty-oriented lifestyle. See? What is a duty-oriented lifestyle? See, we are here. We are interacting with each other. So, first of all, let us take the right-oriented approach. What is the right-oriented approach? I have a right on you as the students. And you have a right as students on me as the teacher. So what is my right on you? You should come here on time. You should listen properly. You should not sleep in the class. And you also have a right. Swamiji, you should talk sense. You should not leave the subject here and there. And you should talk slowly. And you should not talk in between Hindi. These are all your rights. Now, I have no control over you. You have no control over me. What is the net result? I'll be frustrated because of you. You will be frustrated because of me. When there is a mutual frustration, life is complicated. When mutual coexistence is without frustration, life is simple. See, friends. So what should be done? Now see the other view. The duty-oriented lifestyle. I come here, the same example, I come here as my duty and do my duty, be attentive, not to my best. Do my duty to the required best. Many of us have got this funny notion. One girl asked me this question in Bombay recently. Swami, you tell us do your best. I did my best, but I failed. I could not get. I said, your best should match the required best. See, our best is the useless one. What is the use of that best? So I come here as a teacher and do the required best as my duty. You come here as a student and attend sincerely as your duty. Be attentive. Fulfilling my duty is in my hand. Fulfilling your duty is in your hand. When I fulfill my duty, your rights are taken care of. When you fulfill your duty, my rights are taken care of. Where is the place for complaint? Life becomes simple. This is what in the 47th verse Bhagavan Sri Krishna says. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फल हेतुर्भूः मा ते संगः अस्तु अकर्मणि. This is called as the 4 principles of duty-oriented lifestyle, which is making life simple, not complicated. These four principles. First principle is, you have right to fulfill your duties. See? If we fulfill our duties rightfully, you know what will happen? We will have no excess time for getting bored, depressed, dejected. Because you are so busy in fulfilling your duties. See? You must have seen, the lower strata of the society. Like, our laborers here. One of the things which I like most in our Kdham, none of the labor you see with a frown on the face. They may be old, they may not have teeth in their mouth, yet zero complaint level. See? No depression, no frustration. And you see the, in Bombay, South Bombay, Sobo. They call it Sobo, South Bombay. There, you will not see even a dog without frustration. Because they have only money, no duties, and how much can you indulge? See, friends, on the contrary, if you are kept busy, occupied, 24/7, you have no time to get bored. See, therefore be attentive. Whenever we are doing anything in this world, the world doesn't need us. It is our need that we do whatever we are doing. See, like here, I have come. Now, there was no planning that I should talk to you in this class. But it was my need, so I told Subodhi. Subodhi, instead of simply sleeping here for 7 days, keep me busy somewhere. If I do not keep myself occupied, then my mind will start breeding this way, that way, frustration, anger. On the contrary, when I am tied down, I have no way. And therefore, whenever I am talking to you, it is not your need. It is my need. Be very attentive. Whenever we do anything as our need, we are humble. We are not arrogant. See, when we do something as our need, we are perfect. We will not just brush it away. And as a result, life becomes simpler and simpler. So, karmanyeva adhikaraste. It is our need that we have to keep ourselves occupied. See? You all must be studying in Patanjali's Yoga Darshan, Yoga ha chitta vritti nirodha. And struggle. I guarantee you, throughout your life, you will never be able to attain that. You ask all the teachers in the whole world. Ask them to put their hand on their heart, not somebody else's heart. And let them say, my mind is thought-free. Let anybody say, it is not possible. See, friends, our struggle in meditation to control the mind and keep thought-free is like what? One student in a chemistry laboratory, he lifted the mercury metal bottle. Mercury is a metal. So when he lifted it, and it slipped from his hand, he never expected it is so heavy. It slipped and fell down, broke. When it broke, he was afraid. Oh God, now the teacher will scold me. So he wanted to collect the mercury. So he took another container and tried to pick it, and nothing is coming. You do whole life. You cannot lift the mercury by your fingers and bring it. Exactly the same way. Chitta vritti nirodha. And then you go on biting the teeth. What? And then you find out the reason. I think it's only because, that water is leaking in the bathroom and therefore I am getting angry. See? So you go to the bathroom, switch it off and then come. Now see, the clock is so loud, I switch it on. See? You do all drama, it's not going to help you. Be attentive. Control of mind has two components. One, discipline the mind. Second, educate the mind. Disciplined and educated mind alone is a controlled mind. See, controlling mind is not that, just like that. You simply sit down, now don't think anything, okay. But why shouldn't I think anything? I am not thinking by your mind, I am thinking with my mind. See, friends, therefore, when we recognize this principle, that when we are kept busy 24/7, you will have never any complication in your life. See, when our students, when I used to take here Vedanta course, first day, first lecture, rule. Every day is a working day. There is no Saturday, there is no Sunday, there is no holiday. Every day is a working day. You can never get bored in life. Otherwise, all the time wait for, what is it? Oh, Monday only, Tuesday, Friday will it come. Then what will you do? Take the revenge of the 5 days working and destroy yourself and come back. That is not life. Therefore, karmanyeva adhikaraste, it is the healthy attitude that we keep ourselves busy, occupied. See, take our Amma. My Amma takes care of the garden. At her age, what she is, we all put together cannot be. See. And who has told her to do that? Neither the plants, nor me, nor God, nor Subodhji. But she has understood the basic principle of life. If you are occupied selflessly, your life is simple. For us, for everything, if I do, what will I get? You will get kicks. What will I get? Can't we think in terms of doing something without any expectation of results? See, friends, karmanyeva adhikarasya, keep yourself occupied 24/7. Your life will be very simple, friends. See, you will see whenever we are free, that is the time we go the wrong way. See, like the children, when they are going to school, they are busy, parents are very happy. But when the summer vacation comes, then the parents, oh God, now their vacation has started, they will eat our head the whole day. See, if this is the story with the kids, worse than that is our own life. Karmanyeva adhikaraste. And when we thus keep ourselves occupied as our need, two things will happen. We will remain always fit. And second thing, we will be occupied and therefore no negative thoughts will come in the mind. All those people who have got negative thoughts because they are not busy. See? First, karmanyeva adhikar, ma phaleshu kadachana. Now, second most important principle to make life simple. See, we all have no choice but to live in the present. We have no choice. Number one. Number two, all activities are done by us only in the present. I cannot do yesterday something, I cannot do tomorrow something. Whatever I am doing, even postponement, is done now. 2. 3. Whenever we are in the utter present, we are happy. See? Whenever we laugh, that time we are in the utter present. See? Now put all this data together. We have to live in the present. We can act only in the present. And When we are in the present, we are happy. Therefore, if we do all our activities happily in the present to express the happiness, you are not expecting anything from your work because you already express happiness. Normally what happens? Ma phaleshu kadachana means the results always come in the future period of time. See? So what I do, I am giving you lecture. Now, and if my lecture is an expression of joy and happiness, I don't care whether you like or not. And if my happiness depends on your certification, that after I finish my lecture, I hope everybody will like it. And then they will say, oh Swamiji, it was awful. And then I will be happy. So what I have done? I have postponed my own happiness in the future period of time, is it not? Those who postpone their own happiness in the future period of time, even God cannot make them happy. See? So now these two thoughts put together. Duty-oriented lifestyle. When we are doing our duty sincerely, cheerfully, happily, we remain in the present, and because we have already expressed happiness out of our action, we don't expect anything in return. Because what we expect out of everything that we do, only happiness, nothing else. Ma phaleshu kadachana. See, friends. Now the third aspect. How the life becomes very simple by this duty-oriented philosophy. When we are clear about it, that we have no choice but to live in the present. Is it not simpler to live in the present? But we go on imagining what will happen, what will happen. See, you know, 9/11 when it happened, I had come back to India, and then from here my flight was to Australia, I think. And many people have cancelled to go by the same flight where I was going. Normally flight was 370 passengers, only less than 70. So when I went for checking in, no time checking in was done. So I came out with my friends having a cup of coffee and all that. He said, how come so fast? I said, many people have cancelled. I also asked them. Why? They say they are afraid, you know, something may happen like 9/11, therefore they are not away. He said, Swamiji, are you not afraid? I said, why should I be afraid? On the contrary, when you die alone, you don't know thereafter where to go, to whom to ask. And when the whole flight goes together, 70 of us die together, company will be there. Those who are living in a fear complex, they are not living, friends. They are dying every moment. Real life is a fearless existence. We are all the time. I am afraid I can't do this thing. I am afraid I will get tea in the morning. I am afraid. Are you sometime happy? All the time afraid. See? In English, this is the phrase, I am afraid. In Hindi, mar gaye. They die so many times that they have forgotten to die. See, friends. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Then, ma karma phala hetur bhuhu. The third principle to make life simple. Karma phala hetu means do not become a cause for creating the results. Now, there was a great saint in Bombay. His name was Nisargadatta Maharaj. His book is very famous, many of you might have read, I Am That. One of the masters who have influenced my life tremendously. He has given one very simple technique, and it is unparalleled. He is to say, always use passive voice in your talks. See, I am giving the lecture. In this, I is important. Lecture is secondary. If the same thing is said in this manner, oh, the lecture was over. So in that lecture is important. Who gave is not important. See, friends, what a difference it will make. But every time, I have done this thing, I have done that, I am like that, I get up early in the morning, I never get up, Ram, Ram, Ram. See? And then our life becomes extremely complicated. Everywhere we expect recognition. Because I have done so much. See, friends. So, ma karma phala heturvu. Important is work. Work done, is it not? That is important. Who does is not important. See? And the fourth and the most important principle, duty-oriented lifestyle. Ma te sangaha astu akarmani. Never retire in life. Produce wealth till the last breath of your life. Mate sangastu akarmani. There are some people in India, they retire. They are retired forcibly but dignified when they say, I have taken VRS. VRS, it is the abbreviation of the word virus. Voluntary retirement scheme. So they tell, you please take VRS. If it is voluntary, how can you compel somebody? No, why? Because he is good for nothing. Okay, now he takes VRS. A golden check hand. After going home, what next? Whole day you are at home. The lives of the ladies is miserable. Whenever a man is all the time at home, the life of the ladies is most miserable. Because all the time they will be asking, pakode banao. Prepare something nice, tasty. While eating that, for lunch, what is the vegetable? Your head will cut. Whenever you are not busy, you will like to eat and eat. See, friends, keep yourself busy. Mate sangastu akarmani. Akarmani means lazily wasting our life. What is to be done? One simple technique I'll tell you. Keep this as a very simple way of simplification of life. Keep learning something or the other in your life, throughout life. Doesn't matter. Whether you use that learning in your life or not, doesn't matter. But keep on learning something new. Not the same mechanical thing. See? Whenever we learn something new, the following things happen. Number one, we stop growing in age. What are the signs of the old man? Oh, old man, I don't want to learn. Many old people are afraid of computers, as if the computer bounces on you or what. Any key you press, it is not going to hang up. See? But we are afraid. But once you take this principle, keep learning something or the other, you will keep your intellect always polished. See? And when you are learning something, be attentive. A child in you is reliving the life. Because as a child is learning, see how cheerful he is, The other day somebody's house I went, a small child. I was talking in Hindi. So I asked him in Hindi, what do you study? He said, I study in English. I said, but I don't know English, I know only Hindi. I said, what did you study in English? What you will understand, because you don't know English. I said, anyway, tell me what you have studied. I have studied ABCD, GH, my God, you remember so many things so fast. I can chant even faster than this thing. See? Simply chanting ABCD was a great achievement and joy for that child, is it not? Those who can be happy out of silly things, even God cannot make them miserable. But for us to be happy, we require. What is there to be happy? So be miserable. Hare Ram. Be childlike. And being childlike is keep learning. You know, in Bombay, one old man, a Sindhi gentleman, he came and he told me, Swamiji, last time you told me, I got fired. Then I started learning Sanskrit. I said, of all the things, why Sanskrit in this old age? He said, I heard in the heaven they talk Sanskrit. Joy. So when I will die and go to heaven, I will be able to talk to those people, my work will be done. I said, that's a very good idea, Papa. But you know, just plan B. In case, you will not go, but in case you go to hell, then he said, I know Sindhi. I am prepared. Bhate sangastu akarmani. Life becomes extremely simple, friends. So we are kept occupied, busy, creative, happy. That is a simple life. There are no complications. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.